Well, hi, this is Karen Sullivan, and it is episode 4 of our show on life, health, and more. And I wanted to welcome you on this fine September day. And here in St. Louis, it's hot. It is really hot. I don't know what it's like where you are, and if you're able to tell me live right now, I'd love to hear it. And if you're on replay, I like having comments and I like having feedback, because then I know if what I'm doing is helping you. Okay, so when you make a comment on a replay, let me know that it's a replay, and then that way I will see I'll see the answer or the question or whatever, and then I'll know that I haven't gotten back to you, because I'll answer your questions here if at all possible. Okay, so I've just been at the Recplex this morning teaching classes, and I have to admit I just blow dried my hair and sort of puffed it up, and so I'm not too puffy, am I? Anyway, today we are going to be talking about a journey toward healthy, where we all want to be healthy. I mean, the first question out of everybody's mouth when they see you is, "Hi, how you doing?" And it is just a formal sort of question or informal sort of question that people make. But in truth, they're wondering if you're okay. And I take it that people are compassionate enough to truly want to know how you are, so that they're sincere in this answering this question. Okay, I've got this plugged in and it's not working. There we go. So I think that the journey toward healthy is something that takes time. And if you guys have read The Zen of Weight Loss yet, that is my book, which is a mindful, livable approach to fitness. And the companion book is your perfect food plan. Well, what The Zen of Weight Loss talks about is how we have to discover the secrets that our body is holding. Okay, there's a connection between the brain and the body that will help you with discerning the foods that you can and cannot eat, and those things are invaluable. But you can't just tell off the bat. You have to do some examinations. Okay, you have to make yourself a little bit of a science experiment. So one of the things that's very important in my work with people is that they have to learn to journal. They have to write down what they eat, how they feel after they've eaten, what their workouts were like, what things worked for them and what things didn't work. And the journaling is really important. If you can see on the shelf behind me over here, all those spiral bound books there, those are a few of my journals. Okay. Hi, Valerie. Welcome. Super. Hello, Cheryl's here today too. Hi. Listen, so I'm talking about journaling, and I have on the shelf behind me, do you see those journals, that pile of books that's spiral bound? Those are some of my journals through the years, and I found my oldest one, ta-da, which is when steno pads. I don't know why I had steno pads. I never took any kind of shorthand. Anyway, and you see I've written in it pages and pages and pages of writing. And this is dated 1987. So you can see I've been at this for a while. And it helps you to discern things. It helps you to sort through things in your mind. Now, I wasn't doing food journaling here, and have added that later in some of my later books. Okay? But that's where the book, The Perfect Food Plan, came from, because I recognize that you are not going to know and remember the foods that you ate last week, let alone 3 weeks ago. And if there is a certain kind of a food that is not settling with your body, if it gives you some sort of an adverse reaction, you'll not remember it. You'll have to kind of keep track of it. So that's why you write it down. Well, every time people would say to me, clients would say, well, I don't understand journaling. What is it really? It's not just listing food. And I know we have apps that are available that people can use. Hey, Rebecca's here today. Hello, Becca. Thank you for coming. So one of the things that's important to know is that in tracking like that, then you'll learn a lot. So the Perfect Food Plan came out of that deer in the headlights look that people would have whenever I'd say, Well, what did your journal say? Well, that's why we wrote it. So what it has is 52 weeks of little, just a sentence or a paragraph at the most to sort of get you thinking. So that's the point of that, and it is a journal, and then it has lined pages to help you be able to write. Okay, now why are we here today? I think that we're here because everybody would like to get healthier, and if you'd like to get healthier, can you comment? Well, heck yeah. Oh, Cheryl's just telling me she journaled from 68 to 72 and started again in 80. And she hasn't stopped. Good for you. Excellent. You learn all kinds of things about yourself. Food journals are important. And when you, even if you pick them up, well, see, she's a heck yeah, she wants to be healthier. Who else wants to be healthier? Come on, let me know, okay? So, we never know exactly how we are. Hey Kai, it's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. So if you really want to be healthy, you have to understand where you are and see if what changes you need to make. Now, there are several ways that we can figure out about our fitness level, right? Usually it has to do with your weight. Okay, what about your stamina, with being able to walk up a hill and not get as winded? Or perhaps your clothing is tight. Can you guys give me some ideas? How do you know when you've kind of dropped off the reservation and you're eating too much and you're gaining a little weight? What happens with you? Okay, write it down. Let me get some feedback, get some comments here. What happens with you? Now, I can tell you from personal experience that when I am eating things that my body cannot handle, I get joint pain. And, see, clothes don't fit. Valerie, you're right. This is toughy. And you're tired, Becca. Yeah, see, that's what happens. Does anybody get pain? Oh, look, you're tired, your clothes don't like you. I love it. Does anybody get pain in their body when they're eating? Hey, Laura, I'm glad you joined us. Perfect. So I think that the pain, and I'm sure the inflammation comes, for me, it comes from when I eat wheat. It's not the gluten, it's the wheat. Wheat, and grains, most grains. And that's something that I've discerned for a while. Yeah, see, I'm getting some agreement here, see. But, otherwise, with the journal and everything, there's still a way to figure out what's really going on, where you are, and then you can draw your path to where you want to be. And one is with a fitness oh, look, Valerie, pain. Lack of exercise might be the food choices, Valerie. Could be. Well, here we go. What I'm going to talk about, I want to talk about the assessments. Now, through the years, because I'm a fitness person, I have had a lot of companies contact me and say, hey, let's do this free assessment for you. I did one where they took a part of my hair, cutting of my hair, a chunk, I should say it was a chunk of hair, and they sent it off to have it tested and figured out what my diet should be. Yeah. So I went along with it. I wanted to give it a chance. So, okay, I went along with it. What did they do? There was no recommendation in supplementation. And what they were doing was they were recommending a diet. And they wrote out a diet. And it was the diet that you had the same thing every day. Every day. No changes. And I don't remember what it was, but I remember there are two things that were totally obnoxious about it. One was it's the same diet every single day. And the second is that it was only 800 calories. Now, you guys know enough about nutrition and diet, right? Is 800 calories enough for anyone to live off of? What's the minimum that people should have? Come on, the person who gets this answer, I have some wonderful, joint and muscle cream for you. Who can answer that? And then we're going to answer, I need it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. 1,200. Becca says, yes, you're right. Yep, Valerie, 1,200 or so. Absolutely. Some people need more, and that's another way. Laura is 1,000. 1,000's a teeny, teeny, tiny bit. Oh, ask again, please. Okay, how many calories in a day should you have bare minimum that you need for your brain and for everything to work? Don't let Cheryl see your answers. She's guessing now. Okay, so here you go. 1,200 is the answer. There you go. Now Cheryl's got it. She's right on the same page with us. I have to tell you that the journal will help you to discern whether your body can eat more and what the composition is, okay? But as far as understanding where we're from, that assessment that I did didn't show me anything. It showed me nothing, and as a result, I was not well from trying to do it. I did it a couple of weeks, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So this assessment, do you see that? Let's see. Do you see that green box on the monitor behind me? And it has, in the middle of it, it has what looks like, it is a thumbprint, and it's called HealthPrint. And it's the assessment that I wanted to tell you about today, okay? Now, do you think that 20 questions could possibly turn your life around, change it, as far as your health and fitness is concerned? 20 questions. Do you think it could? If you do, say, yes. If you don't, you're not sure, maybe. Or you could say yes. Okay, give me some feedback here. Now, I had a video on the front of this event that was about this HealthPrint. Now, I wanted to tell you some details, maybe. Okay, we're a little skeptical here. Maybe too. Okay, possibly so. The key here is if you're going to be serious enough to follow through. Truly, truly. But let me tell you about this particular assessment. And I have done other ones in magazines, and, has anybody else done a little assessment that you see in the magazine when you're at the doctor's office waiting for the doctor, and it's going to tell you about your heart health or whatever, and those little things, they don't do much. And even I've seen little ones on Facebook, and I've never seen anything as powerful as this. This assessment was, and it's really the real deal. It was made up of information that was sourced from the Mayo Clinic, the American Heart Association, and the World Health Organizations. Get out, along with some prize winning. Some of the doctors are Nobel Prize winners and other award-winning physicians and researchers that are at Shaklee did this assessment. Now, based on and here's the thing, 20 questions, 5 minutes, easy peasy. If you're interested, let me know if you'd like the link and I can send it to you. It's on my site, lifehealthmore.myshaklee.com. Okay, and I can send you the information, but based on your answers, there are lifestyle changes that it will recommend. There are supplementation at all tiers of budget, so that you don't have to go absolutely at the top of the line with what you're taking, what you decide to take. Now, how many pages do you think that assessment is? I don't know. It's not pages. It's screens on the computer, and it goes very quickly. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 maybe if you're really thinking it through. Now, the first question, I'll give you an idea what they're like. They're things that you would know the answers to because you live with yourself every day. Like the first question is, are you a man or a woman? How many people could answer that? We have nobody can answer that question. Oh, golly day. So when it's done, then I can talk with you about it, and we'll take a short 10-minute conversation, and I will talk with you about what the findings were from the assessment, and then you can make a decision, and we'll work out the plan for what you're going to do as far as with your health and fitness as the recommendations. You may find that you're on the right path, and that there are just a couple of things that you need to tweak. nutritional is the really important thing. Cheryl's noting, she says she loves the HealthPrint. She's done the HealthPrint, and it really is amazing. I was blown away, totally blown away when I saw it. So once you finished it, I will help you to go through, get some feedback from you as far as, you know, what your opinions are, how you think you ought to go from that point. But one of the exciting things is, as a fitness coach, personal trainer, I'm offering to the people who decide that they're going to do the assessment and follow through with what the recommendations are in that assessment, and that I am providing concierge fitness, which means I work with you. I'm at your beck and call. Okay? So if you're interested in the concierge program, let me know. And do the assessment first. That's the important thing, because then that'll show you where you are. And then we can work with those recommendations and you can make a plan. Well, thank you, Becca. I'm glad you think it's a great offer. I have been doing health coaching or life coaching with people for the last 8 years. I have people that I work with on Skype, see them some in person, but mostly it's Skype, telephone, or now that Zoom is out there, that I work with them, and we do weekly meetings where we cover the things that they're working on, and it's different with every single person, because no two bodies are alike, no two health fitness programs are alike. Absolutely. I have people who need to gain weight. I have people who need to lose weight. I have people who were just interested in their stress level, bringing it down, because they're getting to the point where their blood pressure is out of control and that sort of a thing. So I am really excited to hear your opinion, and I would love to work with you. So that HealthPrint is the first step. So if you're interested, I want you to comment right now and say, yes, Karen, send me the link, and I will send you that link in a private message after we're done with this show. Now, that brings me to the added little thing I wanted to talk to you about, which is why I love my job. And as a fitness person, I like working with people. I love teaching classes. Valerie takes my classes, and so does Laura. And so you guys have seen, do you have any inclination that I'm miserable when I'm in there, or does it look like I'm having a good time? You know, it's something that is just makes my heart sing, because I like watching people. Thank you, Valerie. I love watching people get in shape and have a good time, and it's not a chit chatty thing. We're here for some serious business, and I am watching to make sure that your body is moving in the right way. And if you don't live here, you can't take advantage of that. But I'm still helping people with fitness from far away, but the nutritional aspect is what's so important. And in many cases, I found that some of my clients were missing that huge nutritional component. And so in the last 6 months, I've decided to start talking to people more about the products that I have been taking since the 80s, and actually since the 60s when I was a kid, and my mom and father were using the Shaklee brand products. And if you're interested in knowing why, I'm going to tell you. There is science behind everything in Shaklee. They do 100,000 quality tests a year, and there are 123 scientific papers and publications out there. They've teamed up with University of California at Berkeley and did a landmark study that actually found that people who had been taking Shaklee products for 20 years had, like, in 5 different areas, the biomarkers were remarkably lower than people who either took another supplement or took no supplementation at all. Okay? And that there are things like heart health and the brain health and biological stresses in the body. It's proven by people who have used it. There are athletes. I think there are 137 gold silver, and bronze medal winners that are all powered by Shaklee. So the program that is for fitness and all that performance stuff out there is incredible. And also, are you guys familiar with Larry Nielsen? It's I guess you're not all climbers, right? Larry Nielsen, climbed to Everest, and he was the first person. This was in 1983. The first person to go without supplemental air. He didn't have supplemental oxygen, and was able to get all the way to the summit of Everest without it. And now that's unheard of. I don't know if anyone else has ever done it, but he's the first. He's known as being the first American. And guess which product he used? Can we hear it? Yeah, Shaklee. So I'm excited about being a part of that company and offering that to my people. Barring none, it is the best supplements. Now, the people, I know it is crazy. The people who are taking, products might say, I took this product and it helped me to, get over blah, blah, blah. Shaklee doesn't say that it's a cure-all. Who says that the supplementation, I've talked about this with you before when I said about I'm convinced that Shaklee #1 is the best product line. So the Omega Guard, which is the fish oil that I take, I know by far works better than anything else. I use it for the inflammation in my body. Why? Because I've read papers online like WebMD and some other medical papers that have said they believe that fish oil or omega-3s help inflammation. See, so I'm not saying this. It's coming from peer-reviewed journals or WebMD, which I think is the closest thing we can get to an official medical opinion online. Okay, but here's another thing that I think is really neat. Jacques Cousteau, oh gosh, I was in love with that man. When I was a kid, I was a biochem major. Oh my gosh, listen to my computer's talking back to me. But anyway, that's just wild. What is it doing now? Oh, it pulled up some things for me. Who knows? Anyway, where was I? That's wild. Okay, Jacques Cousteau. When I was 18, I was going to be a biochem major and always interested in the environment. And I always wanted to meet Jacques Cousteau. And I was excited when I heard, who can be greener than him? Or actually, maybe you would say he's blue because he's the ocean. But I know. But he uses Shaklee products on his research vessels. And because he knows that, the cleaning products or whatever is not going to hurt when the water's dumped into the ocean, and he knows that it's just better for them, or at least he did know. I always wanted to meet him, but anyway, that is my reason why I love the company and why I believe they've done this HealthPrint, which is magnificent. And I really would like to share that with you too. Also, as an aside, I have job openings on my site, Life, Health, and More. And if anybody's interested, they can fill out an application and I'll talk with them, because I have to say, with as much as I like all of the product line, the most important thing to me is helping people to find the things that they need for their lives, which is stability and income and being able to be your own boss and not going to a job where you're miserable because you're miserable and you're not being the person that, can do what they want to do when they want to do it. My intention is to be able to be free to, I will probably always teach my classes, but have to get a sub when I'm going on a trip, and those are the things that I'd like to do. So I hope that if you're interested in expanding your horizons and learning more about going into a group effort with me in business, that you would ask me questions and fill out the application. Okay, it's under Jobs at Life, Health, and More. So for today, I want to say, let me know if you want that link to the HealthPrint. I also have here's the whatever you call web address. Okay, it's Life Health More, no and, just lifehealthmore.myshackley.com, and that will take you to my personal website, and you'll be able to look for this green box. Remember the green box until the computer replaced it. Anyway, so thanks an awful lot, guys, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And if you do replay, I want you to make sure that I know that it's a replay. And those of you who are interested in learning more, you can private message or put something in the comments. Thanks an awful lot. Have a wonderful day.